Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Let me move this up there real quick. There we go. And today we're going to be starting a brand new campaign with Snitch with the Skaven. So as always, if you enjoy the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out a ton on the channel. Be sure to check out the rest of the content as well. Just did a lot of an Isabella von Karstein campaign, and before that we did the Chaos Dwarfs, Beastmen, Wood Elves. We've done a lot of stuff. We're constantly cranking out more campaigns, so be sure to check all those out. If you'd like to donate for a campaign, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. It's just $3 an episode, minimum 10 episodes. And if you want to watch a lot of those backlog campaigns, I'm going to try to, the ones that aren't in a playlist, I'm going to try to put them in playlists and put them up near the top of the main page so it's easier to find. But anyways, let's get in here. So I know I did a few episodes on Molder, and then the Chaos Dwarves came out. I think that's how it went down. Some kind of DLC came out right when I just about started doing Clan Molder, so we didn't get that far in that one, but I really do love the Skaven. They're one of my favorite factions. They probably are my favorite faction of all time since they came out in Warhammer 2. Mostly just because they're so diverse. Each one of these lords starts in a very different location. They have, different play styles. And a lot of them have their own unique mechanics for that lord. So like Snitch has the shadowy dealings. Icket Claw is maybe my favorite one of all time. I really thought about playing another Icket Claw campaign, but I have 2 or 3 of those on the channel. And I think I've only done one Snitch from back in the day. But Icket Claw has the workshop. Throt has the monsters, which is really cool. With like the body workshop or whatever it's called, the flesh laboratory. And then the other 3 are okay. They don't have their own unique mechanics. Like, I guess Skrulk kind of does with his diseases. A little less fleshed out. But all of them are pretty fun. And I think the ones that had a little bit less love, like Queek, who's the OG one, did get a lot of new buffs to kind of define their identity. So he's really good with, like, infantry and spawning up a bunch of menace from below. Skrulk's obviously diseases. And then Kretch is kind of tactical, where they've given his units devastating flanker, and you get all kinds of bonuses for going to war with people, so they're all very interesting. But we're going with Snitch. I think there are a lot of interesting sort of options and choices you could go as far as the shadowy dealings. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get in there. I think he is somewhat challenging too, because you have to make good diplomatic decisions, but also it is more expensive early on to just recruit any unit, so you have to be a little bit more selective. And as you get better relationships with different factions, this number does go down. But he's got a lot of cool mechanics we'll talk about when we get in there. There are some that are like super OP that people have talked about before, but really it's very hard to like use those effectively over time. Like there's one where you completely kill a faction leader, but it's like a 100 turn cooldown, and it's like end game, like you have to be like maxed out to be able to do it. But overall, I think he's probably fairly balanced and fun. The name of the game is for just ambush. He's got a lot of ambush bonuses, so even though the ambush has been nerfed a lot for Skaven, he's still going to get plenty of those. And his interactions with other Skaven, where he can steal some of their armies, or he can steal some of their settlements and things like that, are very helpful for spreading out around the map really quickly. So hopefully that'll be interesting to explore. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here. So as always, it's going to be very hard legendary, as hard as we can make it. We'll do ultimate crisis mode. Doubt we're going to get there. But we'll check it out. So the Eshin units in general, I think, are one of the weaker trees you can go. You have kind of your standard like armored infantry or clan Moors units, which includes storm vermin, clan rats, stuff like that. And then you've got your Eshin units that are like assassin, like fragile but like good skirmish units. Then you have your weapons teams units, which I think are the best Skaven units, and we will still get some weapons teams. Then you have your artillery tree, and then you also have your monster tree. So they really have just about like anything you can imagine tactically that you would need. You don't have flyers. There are a few things that are missing, but they've got a lot. And the thing is, almost all of these units can be useful in different situations, although, again, each legendary lord kind of specializes in certain kinds of units. So we still can get some monsters, but those monsters aren't going to be as strong as Clan Molder monsters, right? If you play with that legendary lord. And we can get the weapons teams, but they're not going to be as strong as Ikit Claw's weapons teams with the workshops. But I think they've done a decent job of balancing it where these units still feel valuable to get in the right circumstances for the non-specialty lords, but they still aren't overpowered with the specialty lords, I think. So Skaven are just fantastic. Now, a couple of note changes here. The assassin building starts at level 1. So that is different. I think other factions, they all start at level 2, but you can actually get assassins, and it's +1 hero capacity for assassins with this. So you can get a lot of assassins and put them around on the map. Now, you don't have any discounts to them. They are only 200 gold. But they have a lot of good abilities. So they're decent fighters. They have Replenish, but they also have Assault Garrison, Assassinate, and Assault units. So if you carry them around with you, you know, they can continually weaken enemy armies. And you want to get these guys to a high level fairly quickly so you can do these missions with them. We'll talk about that with the Shadowy Dealings. But you really want to get them up to like level 15 if you can in fairly short order. So you want to get those, and then you have these units, the Night Runners. I don't think he gets a discount on them. I'm blanking out. I don't believe he gets any discounts. No. So you get Ambush Chance, you get Concealment Bomb just for him, which is like okay. But I believe it's just on him. Can use if out of combat, 3 of those. Yeah, no one else can use that. And then +8 melee for embedded heroes. So that is good if you have a bunch of assassins or other heroes. Like, that's pretty strong. But yeah, you want to get those assassins to a high level. These other units are okay. I'm kind of on the fence. Like, we'll probably use some early. You do get really heavy armor piercing with these guys. Like gunpowder type unit piercing. But they're still kind of expensive for what they are. So, I mean, 20 missile damage, and they are slingers, so they do have a little bit of an arc with their shot compared to traditional gunpowder units. 20 damage is not, like, insane. It's okay. 140 range, again, not insane, but it's okay. But it is heavy piercing. They can skirmish, so they can fire, I believe, while they're running away. Maybe they can't. These guys can't. These guys can. Okay, so the shorter range ones can fire while they're running, but they're shorter range. And they're like decent fighters. They're not amazing early on. They do have 20% physical resist. Those do come with a little net, which is like okay. They do have the standard Skaven, melee defense and leadership bonuses. So they're alright. They don't have a great charge bonus. But these are your units that aren't going to be like heavily taxed early on. And then up top, you get your Eshin Triads, which are kind of a weird unit. They're like an ambush spear unit. So they do shred armor really well. So they decrease armor by 50%. They're pretty heavy piercing themselves, and they have +15 versus large. So they're interesting, and they're not that expensive. They're only 188. So that's good for ambushing horses. Then the Death Runners are your like ambush infantry units that are pretty decent. All of those have concealment bombs, I think, too, so they can hide and do different tactical things. But they don't have a great charge bonus, either one of them. So it's like, yeah, you can hide, but your charge is not going to be crazy if you get him. And then the Eshin Sorcerer, we'll see. I'm gonna try him out. I feel like he's a lot weaker than the Warlock Engineer and the Plague Priest, the other magic users, but they're okay. And then, of course, you just have your infantry. Your frontline infantry will still want a decent amount of those. And then weapons teams at level 2. Warpfire Thrower is fantastic, does a lot of damage early on, and then the drills are very good, especially on sieges. And you don't get the same kind of crazy bonuses, again, that like Ikit Claw gets with these. But I think they're definitely still worth it. And then probably the Rattling Guns, too. So, like, these can kind of get up there and skirmish with them fairly close range, and then you can just kind of draw them back and then do, like, the Warp Fire Thrower teams to take them down. So, Very interesting kind of tactical units. And then we can force them to come towards us with the play claw catapults, the classic. Still going to be pretty good. Now, the AI has gotten a lot better at dodging these. At least the mortars for Empire that I've tried out, I assume they're a lot better at dodging catapults too. But if we can put pressure on them with these like gutter runners and gutter runner slingers while they're trying to dodge the catapults, we'll still get a lot of damage in there while they're dancing around trying to dodge those other shots. So, anyways, okay. Let's go ahead and get a fight in here before we go too much further into other things. We'll say, let's see our clan contracts here. Okay, so we don't have one yet. So I guess this is somewhat randomized. The other practice one that I tried, we did have a contract to start with. But basically, you'll get different contracts from these different people. And if you perform whatever action they're telling you to do, usually you send a hero to go do it. And it'll give the hero experience, and usually it'll give you something, like a little bit of gold, a little bit of food. And then it gives you some bonuses with that faction that you do the contract for, and it lowers your bonuses with the other faction that you're going against. So it might be something like Scryer tells you to do something to Clan Pestilence, and you do this sneaky thing, and then it bumps you up. You get these bonuses, but then the other people don't like you as much. And I think that affects traditional diplomacy too, although I'm not 100% about that. We'll have to figure that out as we go. Now these Eshin actions, I know I said we were going to get a fight, but I need to explain this because I'm going to do an Eshin action before we do the fight, so I get some experience. It takes 5 turns to get these schemes back, and you have to do these quest battle, or not quest battles, but like you have to do these missions with Snitch in every 5 levels, so 5, 10, 15, 20, I think. It might go up further than that at the top levels. And then you get more of these schemes. Then every, again, 5 turns, these schemes replenish. And you can choose how you want to use them. So there are these like 1-point schemes that give you small bonuses. So like Sneaky Scouting can give you vision of an area, also reveals Undercities, and you can use that to reveal it and then steal the Undercity. We'll talk about that in a little bit. You could also troublemaker. Now this one is really powerful. It's -10 leadership on an army right before you hit them. And if you ambush them, it's like another leadership penalty, and then Snitch normally just gives them like a -5 leadership penalty. So you can stack a lot of leadership penalties on them if you troublemaker them. So that's very powerful if you're about to fight. And then this gives you 1,000 gold, and reduces the income of a town by a certain amount. Burglarize steals a random ancillary you can put on people, so that's like okay. And Food Raid gives you 5 food. And food is a very useful mechanic that you want to have maxed out. First of all, you get a lot of growth, you get control, and you get leadership in your own territory. When you have a lot of food, you get a lot of penalties when you don't have a lot of food, and you can summon up free clan rats in battle if you want to use extra food. So, very, very good resource. Also, you can use 20 food here to restore all of your schemes. So you could just use all 5 schemes, pop this, and then you get 5 schemes again. So you can do that every 10 turns. So at a certain point, once you like have 5 fully stacked schemes, then it's really every 10 turns you get 5. So it's really a 2-turn cooldown per scheme at that point. So the ancillary is like good if you really want to roll the dice. Troublemaker again is good. You don't need scouting early on. I don't believe we're going to need troublemaker to deal with this guy.
Snikch, yes.
Our front line is a little sus. We have 1 clan rat.
Zog off.
They are not that fast, so we should be able to skirmish with them. Okay, so I think the choice is, do I want the food? Do I want the money? Money's obviously good too. Or do I want a random ancillary? I mean, I don't know, like, we are going to have a lot of heroes, so the ancillaries could potentially be good. 5 food is some. It's not a lot. How much do I need to get? I wish it would tell you how much you actually need to get to this. 61. Okay. We're at 57. So that, I think, will put us over the threshold. Then that'll save us 10% construction cost. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking food raid. And it will tell you here if the guy's going to be out of commission for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. It does not put him... Oh, I could actually do it with Snitch and level him up. That's probably even better. I was thinking of leveling that dude up. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get Snitch leveled up. Yes. Okay. Alright, so we'll get Snitch leveled. And we can do this for the extra leadership. And then we probably want to go Root Marcher. Alright, let's go with that. Get a little bit of XP, get a little bit of extra leadership. So maybe our spears and everything won't break as easily. But yeah, so you see it's 5 turns to get a scheme back. And some of these agent recovery time 2 turns. So that means if you do that with somebody, they're off the battlefield for 2 turns. That's why I'm saying you kind of need like a rotation of these guys if you're going to do that. And then it's a 10-turn cooldown on some, so you have to switch up what you're doing if you want to do it all the time. That's what I like about this. There's a lot of like tactical stuff. So the other ones you can do, causes a rebellion in a settlement, and I guess the rebellion could take it, so that's 2 schemes. You have to be level 5 is what that means. Midnight Raid damages an enemy army for 10%, so that's kind of like assault units. You can do that in addition to assaulting units. Be helpful. Wounds the lord of a targeted army. That's 3, but obviously that's super good if you're about to attack the army. That's a little bordering on cheesy to me, so I don't know if we're going to do that too much. Maybe if we're in a really tight spot. Destroys an expensive building. Not a lot of value in that. I'd rather sack it and get the money. Grants ownership over a Skaven settlement. That right there is what we really want. If we can get vision of Skaven Blight or like the Clan Molder capital, really any of the major capitals, and Skaven have it, then we could potentially get a level 3 or up settlement. You have to be level 15 to do that. With an agent, you don't even have to do that with Snitch though. So Snitch doesn't have to be out for 4 turns for that. You could just send an assassin if they're level 15. That's why I'm saying you want to level these assassins up. Or you can steal an Undercity. Now, if it's a really well-developed Undercity, maybe. But I still feel like you really want to go for those like major Skaven capitals first, if you can. Incite Mutiny. This gives you a Skaven army. So if you see a big Skaven army out there, you can grab that army for 3 schemes. That's really good. Now, you do not get the Legendary Lord, as it says. So I don't know what it does with that. I guess it wounds them or kicks them out of the army. I'm not sure. But obviously, very good. Right? If they have like any sort of army like that might cost you 5,000-10,000 gold to hire those units and multiple turns of waiting around. Now, you can just steal a town. You catch sight of a big army, steal the army. And then you can just start taking over other sides of the map. So, I'm excited about that. That's going to be cool. Get 4,000 gold. Which, again, I think the overthrowing a lair and Skaven Mutiny are probably better for 3 schemes. But that's still pretty good. This does some kind of plague. I don't think is great. Destroys an army on the sea, so you can kill a Black Ark or something. So you just straight kill an army. But it's a 50-turn cooldown. So that's a lot, and it's 4 schemes. So, like, yes, that does seem OP. Obviously, if you kill, you know, a Dark Elf, their Legendary Lord, and their whole fleet, like, that's good. But 50-turn cooldown, great fire. So you completely, like, raise a settlement. It says you leave the main settlement behind. Now, I don't know if it stays its rank or it knocks it down to rank 1. But again, doesn't seem very useful to me because you want that big sack money from sacking all those buildings. And then plunge into Anarchy. So you kill a faction leader. Removes a faction's leader, causing them to be overthrown by rebels. Select any army or settlement. Okay. So 100 turns, but you basically kill their leader forever. Now, I don't know if that just completely gets rid of the faction or what. Because it says causing them to be overthrown by rebels. So I don't know if it kills all of their towns and just wipes them off the board or what, but again, that seems super cheesy, but maybe we'll try it for fun at the end of the campaign. Alright, so we leveled up. Let's go ahead and get a fight here. Now, I don't know, we were going to get another spell if we leveled that dude up, but I still think that trying to level up Snitch is probably the play. Alright, let's take this dude out. Now, Skaven have a chance to ambush on attack. Okay, we didn't get it. We do get 2 free minutes from below. We can spend more food if we want more. I don't think we want to do that. The boar are going to be annoying, but our triads should be able to clap them. We don't have a lot of ranged attacks. We have these little throwing stars, which are kind of like a fireball. Usually, those kind of units, those kind of spells kind of suck. But, to be honest, but it's better than nothing. I feel like the shadow magic, like I said, is going to be weaker. The warp walk engineer magic is quite good. They have a, especially if you run Icket Claw, then you can get the cost down to like 2 winds of magic, and it's like this wind spell that does pretty good damage. It's like 35 damage or something, which is enough to, you know, take off like half the HP of low-level infantry if they're all lined up. Yeah, Snitch does get plus 25, but they did nerf. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. Now, they do have some archers. I don't think we have magical attacks. No, we have heavy piercing, which doesn't matter because they don't have any armor. Oh, I forgot we do have mortars, too. So we could, like, stand back. I think we just try to hit their front line. How close? Alright. We're gonna be in archer range. Where are the slingers? There we go. Yeah, that's what we want. And these are... Okay, so I only have one that has the range.
Ready! 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 I'm now ready. Guide us onward.
Alright, we're gonna try to see if we can get the angle here. Get the gutter runners over here firing on these dudes. And then... He is not anti-large. Now, he can come over here and fire, again, a little bit of magic. We want to put these things here, and they have stalk. Yes. Snitch can be over here. I'm gonna intercept the board. Oh, that mortar is just like kind of out of range.
sense. I must will. Off his move. Scurry through gloom, dog. What right?
Dang, those are pretty fast though. Yeah, I probably could have summoned that a little bit faster. So that's like an interesting fighting style. I think it's a lot of micro. I mean, my old hands can barely. Obviously, I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes microing them, but these little things, like, usually I haven't been that impressed, but these mortars, well, they haven't killed as many as I thought they would, honestly. I thought they were going to be, like, super MVP. Did these kill, this guy kill anything? It killed 6 units with 2 throwing stars. It's like, come on, man. It's only 200 range, too. I think Fireball's at least 400. Yeah, it's pretty jank. Now, one spell that dude can do that's okay is, like, this, like, darkness orb that only affects the enemy. It does no damage, but it basically bounces them all around and CCs them for, like, I don't know, like 17 seconds or something. Now, we might have to fight these guys again. I don't think we will, probably, but now you do get, and this is something that's not usually stated, but you do get really good vigor bonuses with skirmish units. Because they don't have any armor, and again, I don't know exact stats, but just seeing this over the years, they don't get tired as easily because they don't have as much armor. So, like, those Eshin Triads have been running around the entire time chasing stuff, and they were just, like, tired. They weren't exhausted. So, again, if anyone knows the math, let me know, or, like, a resource to find it. But I'm pretty sure that lighter units that have less armor or just something that are flagged as skirmish units or whatever do not tend to fatigue as much. Maybe it's their weight. Maybe it's lighter weight units. And, like, heavily armored stuff weighs more. Maybe that's the mechanic. The skirmisher stuff tends to do better in my experience. Okay, so we can get 2 more food or gold. 15% replenishment's a lot. Is it just gold? I mean, Skaven units are kind of cheap, but my recruitment's going to be expensive. So we're already in this green. 15, so we need to be at 81%. We're at 63%. We got 10 food. Is 2 more really going to matter? We do get some experience. So 11,000 damage. They didn't get credit for all the kills, but they did a lot of damage. Oh, damage dealt as gold value. That's an interesting stat. Okay. I guess money. The thing that gets tricky is the more, like, towns you have, the higher your total food capacity, which means you have to have more food to get to the same percentage. It gets kind of weird. But they have increased, like, every Skaven town gives food, I'm pretty sure, now. Doesn't it, or am I wrong about that? Food capacity plus 5. Do they have a building that gives food? Maybe not. I know food starts to become a big deal. I thought I saw, maybe it's a Skaven capital gives food? Because back in the day, you used to have very specific buildings, like pastures, that gave extra food. Other than that, it became really hard to keep up with your food. The nice thing about Skaven, though, is every single building gives you a little bit of gold. So, like, even this, it's 500 gold to make this, but it's 60 gold per turn. Same with this one. So it's a pretty good little deal. And then these are great deals. It's 80 gold per turn for 250. Now, they did nerf this. It's really hard to stay clean now. You used to be able to kind of balance it out and not get as much Skaven corruption. If you don't have as much corruption, you get better public order. And I think it gives you more food in a province if it's clean. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. If it's a clean province, you get, yeah, so you get 2 generated food. But as it gets increasingly more corrupt, which is what happens, what Skaven do, because this used to clean it, and now it doesn't clean it. It's -3 of all other types of corruption. Because you had to kind of min-max, okay, do you want, like, more menace from below from being corrupted? Or do you want to keep it clean for better public order? Yeah, nothing cleans anymore. -4 corruption, excluding Skaven corruption. So, yeah, nothing cleans. I'm pretty sure. Does this clean? That definitely doesn't clean. Just double checking. Oh, Eshin Sorcerers and Plague Priests. You get extra for that. Okay, that's interesting. It's usually you have to have tier 5. Okay, and that gives Eshin Sorcerers too. But that's the only thing that gives Warlock Engineer, I think, is tier 5, which is nuts. I mean, it is an extremely powerful hero, but that gives clean. So, your, like, resources can clean it up. But, yeah, the other stuff, not so much. Okay. We can't hire assassins without this, so I think we want this. This is quite good. I don't think we're going to have a lot of trading partners early on. But I really want to get an assassin leveled up. Oh, we actually need oppressive plans. Ruthless plans. Let me see. As far as technology, obviously this is the only thing we do right now. We kind of want Ferocious Plan. Where's Rattling Warren? Okay, that's tier 1, and that's growth also, and replenishment. So we probably want to get that. That gives us Clan Rat, because we're still going to have to hire Clan Rats, because we need some kind of front line. We sort of got away with it last time, but that army was sort of wimpy. So getting basic Clan Rat stuff is good. Missile strength and weapon strength is okay. Again, these are kind of more early game units, though. And this stuff is just still kind of jank. That's nice if I do a lot of hero actions. But it's not that great. Food is good. Growth is pretty good. Like, 1 control doesn't matter. Like, control's a lot easier to cover than it used to be. What? Okay, I don't remember seeing this. Upkeep plus 20% for all units. But at rank 7 and above, everybody gets 10 leadership. Everybody... Okay, it's 6 melee attack and defense. Wow. Maybe if you're really rich, like turbo late game, but that seems rough. Because, I mean, that is quality over quantity. Carve Under Tunnels is obviously good. But Menace from Below is nice. 10 leadership and missile resist. But historically, getting over to volatile plans, even if you're not Icket Claw, is really nice. Because you get your weapons team and you get 25% extra ammo on your slingers. 5% upkeep reduction. Missile strength, range. Recruit ranks. All that stuff's pretty good. This is for like Storm Vermin, which, and Death Runners are like, these are okay. But plans within plans, not amazing. Ultimate Experiments is quite good. That's like 1,000,000 years. Yeah, so I think short term, just trying to get to this stuff is fairly reasonable. Clan Rat, and then like the Fnatic units just kind of suck. The Plague Monks, I don't know, like if you're plagued, if you're running the Plague guy and your army is plagued, I think they get some crazy bonuses, but very situational. Okay, so we'll get this, we'll get a turn on that while we can, and then we'll put the growth down. Rattling Warren. And I'll obviously go a lot faster in the future. I'm just trying to explain stuff for people that haven't seen Skaven or it's been a while. Okay, we want to get Veil of Shadows. That's the thing that, like, knocks them all around and disrupts them. And really, we need to get a Warp-like Engineer. ASAP.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then I guess we just take this.
Like wind.
This victory. Y'all sure? Okay. They don't even have a Lord this time. We're looking on time. 37 minutes, okay. I really have to get up and do stuff in the morning. I mean, obviously, if you're watching this in the future, it's not going to matter. But I am going on vacation with the family for 4 days, and I've run out of episodes of my Vampire campaign, so I'm really scrambling to try to hammer out as many of these as I can, so I can give you guys some content while I'm gone. And I know I've been doing stuff, but I've been a little bit less frequent than I would like. So I'm going to try to see if I can do a little bit more. I guess we can just come out here and just sling on them because they don't have any cavalry or anything. So, especially these, because they can run and fire. They have any... Okay, they do have some Air Boys. They have a couple of Air Boys, so...
Poison wind water. It's in trial.
Yeah, we'll see if we can maybe sneak around and summon some clan rats on them if we weaken them, and then have these guys clap them.
Master Snikch. Snake magic here.
Does he have a ranged attack? No, he doesn't. I didn't think so.
Death Master Snitch.
Should I run this way or the other way? I'm not sure.
Poison wind water. Die.
I'm not even sure what that does. Hopefully it throws some extra at him. Really didn't do that much. Oh nice, they're aiming for him.
Lord of Assassins. What great. Boom, boom.
Do you not have a concealment bomb? Guess not.
Wind. Night runners. Poisoned wind water. For the vermintide. Kitchen fire.
No, 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 no. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Just mortared into my own dudes there, so we gotta get out of there before that damage ticks. So yeah, those, I mean, they're throwing down some damage. Obviously, against slow-moving infantry with, like, no armor. Two food. So I think we just occupy. We get 12% for occupying. You have to loot and occupy as Skaven, so the public order is a little rough. Yeah, I forgot you can like use your food as well to get a higher level settlement if you want. Not really worth most of the time, unless, and you can do that even if it's a level 1 settlement. You can make it level 3, unless it has like a unique building chain or something. You probably don't want to do that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and then here, I think we just want Ancient Cunning. Slippery. Not great. So yeah, we probably just want to go Ancient Cunning over to Lightning Strike, Quartermaster, or Mine All Mine is quite good as well. Post-battle loot. A lot of good blue stuff. And then obviously Renown and Feared is good. Draft Master is great. So all of that is strong. The thing about the red tree for Skaven is you have so many different kinds of units. Like, this is pretty good leadership and melee defense, but your clan rats aren't putting in a lot of damage, and that's also not Storm Vermin or any like higher level unit, so has really bad scaling. Infiltrator's okay, but it's just speed and reload. It's not damage. It's not ammo. They do run out of ammo. Blastmaster is quite good because that's a lot of ammo and reload reduction on like every weapon seam, so that's pretty good. Respected and Feared is melee attack and weapon strength, which again is okay. But we don't have a ton of those units. We just have a very diverse army. And then engineering is pretty good as well. You get ammo, reload reduction, and you get some bonuses for the drills, which the drills are pretty good, especially in the early game. It does a lot of damage, the little drilling ability they have.
Chief Assassin. Yes.
Okay, we'll repair that. Yeah, we just want growth, like hardcore growth up to level 3, I think.
Snikch can
Oh yeah, I have to actually pick something. Ancient Cunning, and this guy, Veil of Shadows. It's only 2 turns to max out Veil of Shadows too, so that's pretty nice. Maybe they change that. Toxic Rain does... just poisons everybody for 8 seconds, pretty much. I don't know if that stacks with poison. It doesn't say it's poison. So if that stacks with poison, that's pretty decent. It's sort of weird, because you think of Snitch as just like a skirmishing, like you want to kill them quickly, and that like reduces their damage, so that's a little awkward. But, okay. Do this, and then... Okay, Eshin units do not cost more. Okay, so Skaven counts as an Eshin unit, also. Slingers count. Now these are only 125. Only have 10 ammo though. Okay, I could get these as just kind of like some cheap little meat shields. Get a couple of those and get a couple more. Like, I like the longer range ones. I think they do less damage, but they have way more ammo, and obviously a lot more range. These are good for just like running people back, but if you're just able to stand and fire, these are gonna be better. They can almost match like low-level archers from a lot of factions. Okay. That's good, and then over here, clan... Krizor, whatever.
Darkness comes.
Jinshi Rebels. I don't know. That's kind of fun too, is I'm not really sure about the,
Skaven.
like, where you're supposed to be going, you know? Over here. Obviously you take your main province, but after that I'm not sure how this usually goes down. Okay, that restores all units in your armies to full health and immediately returns all wounded and recovering wards. Wow, that's really good. But it's 30 turns. All of these are 30 turns, so I'm pretty sure they've nerfed this. The dominating scheme's only 15. And we need... Okay, we just need to basically have a full province. I mean, the food is nice. Basically 15 food early on, and you get like 200 growth. So that's pretty legit. 13th scheme, Clan Eshin. It's just straight damage. Wow, that's pretty good. To everybody. That's a lot of damage. So it's like a Flock of Doom, basically. And then you get diplomatic relations. Loyalty doesn't matter as much for Clan Eshin, as long as you use the Clan Eshin Lords, which you probably want to do. And then this one's sudden kill scheme. Snipe, where they can't see you when you're firing. Missile strength. Okay. Corruption, that. We can't hire like an assassin. I really want an assassin. Okay, we've already got this, so we're going to be able to get this technology next turn, so I'm going to go ahead and just get an assassin building here. Okay. And then Snitch is level 4. So if we level up one more time, then we can go do a scheme. Oh, crap, I forgot. I already, because you don't have to have the growth building fully repaired. I could have just done the technology that the growth building unlocks just right off the bat. So, lost a turn of attack there. Not a huge deal. I mean, it's not like completely lost, but it'd be a lot better if it wasn't. Wow, it said this was coming up in 2 turns. Okay. Win 3 battles against Grand Cathay, and we get Wow, okay. Damage per... Wow, that's a lot of damage. 120-second cooldown. Good against armor. I'm assuming that only hits enemies. Leadership for Gutter Runner, Death Runners, Triads. Rank 7 and above. It's legit. Okay, so we want to switch this over probably. Yeah, we don't need that as much. We'll just do Ferocious. You get a lot of recruitment capacity with Skaven, which is very nice. Okay, we want to do tier 2. He's just like snoring over there. I mean, getting more of these little triads could be pretty legit. I guess these 32, 30, 30, 28. But these have a bonus versus infantry, don't they? 10? I mean, that's not crazy. Tier 3, I mean, the big one is the catapults and Warlock Engineer, Warplock Engineer. Getting one of these would be really nice too. I think I just hire the assassins right now and then sell that building. Maybe get the Warpfire building. Okay, so the question is, can I hit him first of all? Can't tell. I think that's looking like a no. Okay. Do we just take his town then?
I bring pain, death.
How many more armies does he have? The Dimmed Suns. Is that them? Huh. Since he's about as strong as I am, I'm not sure about that. If he has another lord, that's going to be a problem.
The assassins. Skaven go, yes. Under the trees.
Alright, let's take it.
Shadows. Good.
No, that's fine.
Lame.
You get 4% back.
Pillage.
Sudden kill scheme. I don't think we need that. It's just, oh, it's only one turn, really? Come on, man. 30 turn cooldown for that? I mean, Skaven's strong. Okay, so I do not want to send Snitch on this mission. Oh, let me see what... I should have looked at what these schemes were first. Five-turn recovery. Okay, so we could buy an assassin and send an assassin on that. And it doesn't say certain level assassin for this one. And we get 5 food and 500 gold. Okay, and then Eshin actions. Night Lord say so. Takes 2 turns. Do that. Alright, so we're gonna hire 1 assassin here. Doesn't feel like it's that much. 5 weapon, that's 35 weapon damage. 3 melee attack. 8 melee attack. It's just like horrible. Sure, leadership is okay. I guess we'll get this.
Thief in the night night.
Alright, we'll do that, and then... So that's down a little bit, which is less control. They're not gonna like that. Okay, we get a little bit of a discount on a couple of these other things. Okay, and we got some food. Okay, and I think we hire another assassin here, and we'll go ahead and grab the confident one.
Many kills today.
And...
Tinker.
Now, do we have vision of them? I guess, I don't know if we're going to be able to get vision of them or not.
What do you want from me?
Okay, so it's not that much of a bonus yet. Are we getting any sort of... Okay, yeah, we get plus 10. But nothing great yet. Okay, so we've got this guy, and then... Where the hell? Okay. Waiting on Snitch. We want to hire anything else.
Assassin.
It looks like we're about to... Okay, so they have 2 boar. Did I get spears? Yes. You always want to get the Skavens with spears, I think, because they're just higher melee defense, because let's be real, the slaves are not doing a lot of damage either way, so you just want the highest survivability, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of just slingers, so these have 6 more melee defense. So let's go with that. We got the assassin here.
Many kills today.
I think we get rid of that now. Repair that. Does that give us anything? It gives us like some money. Do we just get rid of that and get this? Resource production. We could just get a... I think I'd probably rather just have the growth building. Just more growth. No. Yeah, demo it. Give me the growth. It's not that expensive to just switch in and out of different buildings.
Chief Assassin. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need anything special to deal with this dude. Hopefully he comes straight at me. Okay. That's good. And after we kill him, then maybe we send Snitch out for a couple turns. Please just come fight me right now. No. Okay, so he's running to the capital, which is annoying. Moore's contract received. Okay. Okay, so they want me to mess with Pestilence. Clan rats are a lot cheaper. That's actually pretty significant. What do they want? Just food. Okay, I could send this guy out. Huh. How long? Ten more turns till we get another one. Now, sometimes you just get a random one, like we saw a second ago.
Blades, yes.
Could send the sorcerer out, but that seems like a really bad idea. So this fool's just like hiding in Kunlun. So it does have walls.
Death bringer.
I guess I could scout with this guy.
Contracting.
Kind of see what's up there. Then we could send him out if we need to.
I say move.
Now, they're not recruiting, but we're gonna need some heavy. We're gonna need some weapons teams for that. So maybe we just. This is a good time to send Sneak out there. And that would also allow us to do the leadership penalty thing when we get another scheme. So,
Death Master.
I think that's what we want to do. How long is this? 2 turns. Okay. That's how long Sneak's going to be gone, too. Oops. So we'll do this, and then I guess that's going to be it for this episode. We'll obviously have a good fight next episode. Tech-wise, driven by hunger. We do, especially if we get the Clan Wars thing. We could try to raid him, but I guess we just maybe go into ambush. We should have a normal ambush stance too. See, they nerfed Skaven by lowering ambush on attack by 15, and then I think they changed the baseline to like 45 ambush from 55. Oh, it's 96%. That's a forest though. And we do have plus 25%. Oh, it's 100%. 96%. Oh, that's mountain. Huh. Maybe I was just really unlucky. What was it here? It was 100%. Oh, right here. Because it's plains, I guess. It was 71%. Okay. Well.
Lord of the Assassins.
Let me see here.
As you say.
Could also charge my magic, but... I mean, if I sit in here, I'll also get just public order.
Watching walls, yes.
6 public order. Which kind of affects growth. Why are we getting faction -2? Oh, from the Clan Wars. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and do these actions here.
I walk in shadow.
I guess we just sit here for public order. Because I really don't want to run back. I don't even know where the rebellion's going to spawn. Obviously, once we take this, we get -30, the rebellion will spawn in the capital. But if I let the rebellion go before then I'm just not sure. Okay. So, weapons team. Shadowy dealing.
Clan etching. Assassinating.
Go ahead and send him. Oh, that's a 5 turn. I'm gonna go ahead and do it though. He's not gonna do a ton. And that might push us over. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so that's -1 food. That's probably the worst one as far as penalties go. -4 is kind of rough too. But we get higher level contracts, potentially. Alright, and then Snitch. Costs 10 food to do that too. But it is what it is, we gotta do it.
Warlord in my life.
Okay, and then I don't know what the loyalty is on these other guys. I guess we go with Master Assassin. In general, I think the Grey Seer is probably the best. The Assassins kind of suck, man. I'm not gonna lie. We don't get a lot of bonuses. I mean, they don't defect, so that's good. but like the leadership bonuses that these Graciers get, and the fact that they just have something they can cast, it's like pretty good early on. I think they get the Plague Wind or the Corrupting Stream of Corruption. Pretty good little spell. Warpwalk Engineers are pretty good too. Oh, they're both... Oh, I forgot they can get Ruin as well. Okay, so that might be even better. I guess they get Warp Lightning with Ruin. I don't remember, like, Assassin... I don't know, Assassins... do have some bonuses. What all do they get here? What is... Dang it, I can't remember. Ambusher. Okay, they do have Armor Shred. Oh, they do have a Missile Attack too, which is decent. Armor Shred, Concealment Bombs, Slippery. I don't remember what that thing is. Maybe we'll try it out. That is kind of what they want you to do. Get a Confident Assassin. And they're the only ones you can send on the missions, too. Oh, we don't get our schemes refilled when he comes back automatically. Ooh, okay, that's kind of rough. Okay, let me double check this guy. I know we're really out of time. I'm gonna see if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I mean, obviously they don't have much HP or armor. They do have some physical resist. They do poison. With their little ranged ability, which again is not great, but we can skirmish a little bit. Is it multiple projectiles? It's 3, and it does get a pretty big bonus versus infantry. Again, it doesn't splash though, I don't think, but it can kill, you know, a few soldiers every throw. Okay, extra ambush chance. Leadership, Concealment Bombs. Oh, Night Runners and Gutter Runners get that too. Okay. Missile Strength for those, and Crackle Bombs. What is this? Free Magic Missiles. Pretty jank, but it's free spells. Deadly Onslaught. What was that weird... Rat Foo. Okay. I thought I saw some strange icon. That was kind of cool. I don't remember what that was. Okay, so... the extra ambush is nice. I don't know. The fact you can send him on missions is good. Okay. So we'll chill here for a second, and then I think we're just waiting on tier 3 for this? I don't know if we're supposed to just go for tier 2 right now or not. I think we just want tier 3 for both the weapons team upgrade, so we can get Rattling Gunners, Warlock Engineer, Catapults. Yeah, I think we just want tier 3. Okay, and then do we want anything else here? We're gonna hire like probably a Warp Fire Thrower and do I just get this? I mean, we're gonna delete it. I think it's probably fine. So we're waiting on Snitch and the weapons team for a couple turns. Okay, they're not recruiting this turn. They probably will in a couple turns. Okay, let me just make sure Clan Wars that want to...
The sea brings death.
Huh. Okay, that guy's about to get wiped. Who are they fighting?
What is your demand?
Okay, I probably don't want to make those guys mad. It's not worth it for a couple hundred gold.
Corsair of the night.
Usually if they like you a lot, like 3 or 4, they'll pay you for whatever the thing is. Okay. Go ahead and end it, and then we'll call it an episode. So sorry, I know this one was going a little bit long. Again, I'm just not sure exactly. I haven't played this one out a lot, so I'm not sure about all the decisions early on. Which is cool. Okay, so they're kind of trolling here, chasing me down. I'm not sure what their game is. I think they're just trying to cause some public order problems. Just do something productive. Corruption's going up 3. Okay, so I guess we could come down here and like ambush maybe. It's gonna be a pretty big public order penalty. Okay, we'll figure it out next time though. But anyways, that's it. Thank you very much. We will get Snitch back. We will hire a couple of weapons teams units. It's going to be expensive, but the upkeep doesn't cost more, just the recruitment. Yeah, we'll hire the weapons teams, couple drills, couple of flamethrowers, and we'll come up, siege them, and take them down. But anyways, that's it. Thanks. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.